It's your boy the Ripoff Ranter, and today we're going to be talking about a commentary YouTuber I've had my eyes on for a while now. This commentary YouTuber has done some pretty shitty things, and in my video about the E-Boys, you probably heard me say I'm Alex is the worst commentary YouTuber. I still stand by that to an extent. However, I found a commentary YouTuber who might challenge him for that title. And funny enough, he actually hates I'm Alex. His name is Lerix, and he has a little bit over 10k subs, and he's a commentary YouTuber, like I said, who makes some pretty shitty videos. We have such classics like I bought Belle Delphine's condoms. Another classic is Pokimane responds to Leafy is here, with a very clickbait thumbnail saying, "Fuck Leafy." Pokimane actually never said that, believe it or not. Recently, my style of video has gone into where I go point by point into things I don't like about the person I'm talking about. And I'm going to be doing this with Lerix over here, because I really enjoy that style of video. So the Pokimane video is probably the biggest case of clickbait that this guy has put out on his channel, but there are other cases where he makes thumbnails that are just as abhorrent. Going back to the Belle Delphine video, it's not exactly the thumbnail about this, but the title. It says, "I'm buying this so you don't have to." Don't worry, pal, I don't think most people were gonna buy it anyway. I don't know anyone who would have any use for a condom, specifically from Belle Delphine. I can see why maybe someone would just want to buy a normal one, but from Belle fucking Delphine, I don't think anyone in their right mind would really want to buy that. Another amazing thumbnail and title, which I'm actually going to look at that video here in a second, but it's called Defending Shane Dawson, with a thumbnail that says, "He's right." Funny thing is, though, he really isn't. But the last video I would like to look at before we move on to the Shane Dawson video is a video where he called out Azzyland and Sniper Wolf for clickbait. This is something we're going to see throughout this video. This guy's a bit of a hypocrite. But anyway, I find it funny that he's calling out them for clickbait when he's actually done clickbait himself.
And this is the part of the video where I'm now going to be defending Shane Dawson. So if you're on that 12-inch dildo ass fuck Shane Dawson train, I suggest click off the video or open your ears for 1 second to hear what I have to say.
So I listened in for a few minutes, and then he said this.
Now, does this mean that he's completely exempt from all criticism for these past actions he's done? Of course not.
And like that, you have ruined your entire argument. Your entire argument was, oh, he did it in the past and he's now a changed man. But then you say, but he can still be criticized. Well, dude, that's what we're criticizing him for. Those past actions were shitty as all hell. That's what everyone's criticizing him for. Your defense is not a defense at all. You're on the same side as everyone else, buddy.
So, Jada Smith, may I ask in the most respectful way possible, where the fuck are the excuses you're talking about? Shane Dawson didn't make one excuse in this whole 20-minute apology video. I've seen this argument so much throughout the internet that Shane is using his depression and anxiety for those past videos, for the past actions he's done, where he didn't even fucking bring that up at all. He literally told you guys that you don't have to forgive him. Where the fuck are the excuses?
That person was filled with sadness, filled with anger about their own issues, in the closet.
Dude, that's what an excuse is. Now, this guy has made actually quite a few videos on a YouTuber known as I'm Alex. I've already talked about him and my distaste toward him. He's not a very good YouTuber, so I can understand why someone would make videos on him. I believe he's made like 4 or 5, I think. Anyway, my point is, some of the things he calls out I'm Alex for, he actually does himself.
You may think this is nitpicking, but I just don't get what's so appealing about these commentary YouTubers who have to add a sound effect, a cute little funny, silly sound effect.
Ironically, you're one of them. While you're nowhere near as bad as this cretin and his sound effects, you still have a similar editing style where you do things like put a funny filter over it. Alex does that, you do that. I don't know what you're calling him out for when you do the exact same thing.
If you ever watch a commentary YouTuber has to constantly ring the bell to get the kids' attention every 5 seconds with a sound effect or a pop-up on the screen, that's an immediate red flag for shit content.
Dude, having a random zoom right there is about the exact same thing. It's on the exact same level as a shitty sound effect or a shitty little pop-up. Having a random zoom is there for the exact same reason. So what I'm about to show you comes from a YouTuber called Wacky TV. He's actually a pretty good YouTuber, and I'd recommend you guys go sub to him. He made a pretty good video on Lerix, which I'll leave in the description. But anyway, for my next few points, I'm going to be using that video.
Hello everyone, my name is Cryby, I'm one of Wacky's friends. So, I had an experience with Lerix a few months ago now. So basically what happened was, it was me and him, and I, as a smaller creator, when I had around 30 subs, reached out to him asking, oh hi, would you like to do a collab? Because I wanted to grow my audience and my platform. And he responded, and he was saying, oh yeah, sure, you have a lot of potential, you seem like a very nice person, and stuff like that. So we started talking, and we would talk a lot, and we called a lot and stuff, and we were discussing group channels, stuff like this. We were discussing a lot of different things together, and doing a lot of big things. And I think after around a month of talking, and a lot of calling, and a lot of planning of all that kind of stuff, he blocked me, and he went dark. And I was like quite upset, because obviously this man, he had quite a lot of subscribers, and yeah, I was quite upset about it, until around, I reckon, 2 weeks after, he hits me up on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, and he says, oh hi, oh, I'm really sorry about blocking you, my parents thought I was being a paedophile. And this was pretty funny to me. I was a bit confused here, because I'm, if you don't know, I'm about to turn 15, but I was 14 at the time. So I was 14, and this kid said he's 16, and his mum thought he was noncing on me, apparently, which is pretty funny. So yeah, and then we start talking another week, so he starts to, like, promise all these things again. He's like, oh, I love your new videos, they're really funny, they're really good. And we were talking again, and we talked for a solid weekish, I reckon, and then he went dark again. I feel like he didn't block me, but he hasn't responded on anything. He didn't respond on Instagram, Twitter, anything like that. So he just ghosted me, basically, and I'm slightly confused on why he did it. I don't know if he was trolling, he thought he was funny, but clearly from the Deji video he shows us he isn't a very nice person. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you very much. I'll pass you back to Wacky now.
Never in all of my fucking years would I ever think I would see someone use the excuse my parents thought I was a pedophile to get out of talking to somebody. I have absolutely no way of verifying these claims. He never showed any evidence. However, just looking at his videos, something about the way he acts tells me that he probably actually did this. So Mr. Wacky actually made a video talking about Lerix a few weeks ago, and Lerix responded, and he said this.
So another YouTuber made a video on me about a few weeks ago about the whole Deji situation, and I'm not going to show the title or the channel name, but I just thought I'd mention it in this video, because it was a shit video. It was a garbage-ass video. He had terrible points, so.
But didn't proceed to show any of the points. You know, I found a comment in his comment section, someone saying this, and I couldn't agree more. Like, if you're gonna say my points are bad, at least say why they're bad, or at least show them.
So, this dude, not surprisingly, is a bit of a jackass. He made a video titled something along the lines of Deji is manipulating his fans about his dog Tank. If you're not aware, Deji had a dog named Tank, and it got in a bit of a trouble when this dog bit one of Deji's neighbors. And because of that, Deji got sued, and the dog is going to get put down, or has already been put down. But anyway, it's a pretty big douchebag thing to do, to just make a video on somebody because their dog is dying and say that they're manipulating their fans somehow, which is not really the case. I don't know how Deji could lie about his dog being killed, pretty much. I just don't know how somebody could be this big of a douchebag. I know that this guy, I don't think, likes Deji. I'm pretty sure he's made a few videos on him in the past. But to dislike someone this much, it's quite douchebaggy. There was a comment on his video that pretty much just summed it up perfectly. You're a male Karen, I think is what it said. And, God, it's a good comment. It really alliterates what this dude is doing and how douchey it is.
Oh Allah the Almighty, Allah.
So that's the end of today's video. Overall, this dude is a fucking asshole. He's a liar. He's a hypocrite, among other things. So that's all I really wanted to talk about this shitty YouTube channel. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and as always, fuck Bioniclesaurus.